All right, and welcome to another edition of the Headline Eye. I am your host, Larry H. Gardner, and the H stands for Hello September. First of the month, September 2nd, 2025. We are halfway throughout the year. Of course, the local elections are hitting their primary stage. The September 9th primary is next Tuesday. Yes, I will be here giving you all the lowdowns and rundowns of what I've seen throughout the course of the day. Of course, September 8th is I will go to the Intercontinental Hotel, volunteering, of course, for Who's Who in Black Cleveland. Tickets have been sold out for 2 to 3 weeks for that event. Shout out to Rhonda Crowder Associates. I'm going to get into some other news, pretty much federal news. First of all, as y'all know, I was in Las Vegas, Nevada for my birthday, and I am officially 50. I feel fabulous. So, my co-host is here in the building. Just got in. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling exuberated.
How was your Labor Day?
It was pretty good. Pretty chill. Got to eat some food. I liked my Labor Day.
Right. Miss Babe Boss in the building. Mine was after, shout out to, happy birthday to one of my mentors, Kevin MC Chilherd. He had his birthday soiree over there. I filmed out over his house.
Kev.
Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody that came by. And then shout out to Las Vegas, my sister, my brother-in-law, Sharisa and Vitaly Turbin. Vegas owes me nothing. I went to places. The most interesting place I went to, my sister and my brother-in-law took me to, they have a mob museum that shows about how the mafia and other crime syndicates started and law enforcement and everything. So very interesting how the mob ties in with federal politics. Oh, geez. Speaking of federal politics, President Donald Trump, oh God, I hate to say his name, but I got to anyway, has informed the federal government that he is going, despite the governor and mayor of Chicago, Illinois, saying, we don't want you here, he said he's going to go in anyway. Like, I'm going to bring the federal police, but he ain't released them Epstein files. I swear for God, it's like everybody's been asking. And for those of you who think that this is a bright idea for him to do so, it isn't. So calm down. Also, he is still cutting federal busting up unions for federal workers, employees, and everything else. And ICE is still rampant on the loose, locking up another 1,000 would-be immigrants in cages being detainees. So the hell keeps going on and on and on and on. What's your opinion on the current I can't even say POTUS no more. I just say the man occupying the White House at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue?
This is what I believe.
Okay.
I believe that Trump is being used as a vessel to exploit chaos. And that's what I do believe.
Okay. I think he is chaos, but that's just my opinion. But speaking of chaos, not chaos, but local elections. And shout out to Congresswoman Shontel Brown for the 11th district. You didn't go to the parade yesterday? The 11th Congressional District Parade on Kinsman?
No, I did not.
You didn't?
No.
Why? It's fun.
No invite.
You ain't gotta get invited. You just come down like all the cars and stuff like that. Everybody else, all the local politicians and people running for races were out. Sherrod Brown will be running for state senate again next year. He was there. A couple like City Hall, pretty much any and everybody. Shout out to the Eastern Stars that came out. Shout out to all the fraternities and sororities for coming out. I got to give a couple of shout outs to people. Emma Craver and Devin Whitmore, shout out to them both. And the thing about it is, I didn't announce Of course, I got a funeral to go do Friday. My friend Kendra Clinkscales passed away. She was in my class in March of 1993. And funeral arrangements will be on my page, pretty much just showing their respects. Also, I got to give congratulations. First of all, Micah Parsons, the former linebacker of the Dallas Cowboys, was traded to the Green Bay Packers. He said he's with a contender, and all the Dallas Cowboy fans are mad. Welcome to the Browns fans world, Dallas fans. Take a seat right next to us. You're going to be disappointed for a long time. And Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, should just go ahead and retire. And secondly, got to give a congratulations, shout out to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, who are now engaged. Like, we didn't see that one coming. But it is what it is. But shout out to Taylor and Travis for getting engaged. But, hey, boss, we have a special person in our room right about now.
Yes, we do.
WNRV108.1.com, Nerve DJs, where you're getting your nerves. And speaking of nerves, Ward 1 is going to be doing a shakeup right now because we have one of the 5 candidates that are running for that seat. And, of course, the primary is September 9th. So, T-Rex, please play the entrance music at this particular time. So, we're going to hit him up right about now. So, we're going to hit him up rodeo style. And this person is running in the Cleveland City Council election for Ward 1. She is a ward that is the Lee Harvard area, one of the highest voting wards on the east side of Cleveland. So the thing about it is that we are talking to our guest right now, Miss Lesa Jones Dollar in the building. How are you? How are you feeling?
Great, I'm well. Thank you for asking.
No problem. So I understand that. So first of all, I got a question for you. What made you want to run in this race for Cleveland City Council, Ward 1?
Oh, yeah. I have several reasons, but the biggest reason that I have is in 2020, I had a bullet come through my bedroom. My husband was out of town. I had the baby boy that was in the bed with me. Of course, he's a mommy's boy. And yeah, it pierced right through my side window, and there was wood and a hot bullet, and I looked down and I felt it, and I was just so outdone. So it's a lot of things that we need in our community as far as safety issues and just feeling safe as a resident in our community.
So wait a minute. The bullet came through the window and landed where?
It landed a few inches from my son's head.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
So what part of Ward 1 were you on when this happened?
It is Lesaville area. I'm back in the Village. Have you heard of the Village?
Yes, I've heard of the Village.
Okay, yeah. Most people never heard
I've
of the
hung
Village.
out in the Village. But that's my younger days. I ain't telling them. I'm telling on myself right now. But go ahead.
Yeah, so that's where we reside, in the Village.
Okay. So when and the thing about it is like, and going into this race, what have you been doing before you entered this politics, or what are you doing now?
Sure, I have always been in a social service industry. So my husband and I, we own Community Living Assistance Support Services, DBA Class Inc. So we're basically paid representatives. Everyone always asks, what is that? But we basically manage people's money. So our clients come from Social Security, or they're court mandated, or we might receive a couple of our clients from Adult Protective Services and Child Protective Services.
So you pretty much manage their money?
Yes.
Okay.
And we've been in business since 2013, and we have been very successful.
So you manage helping them pay their bills or trying to earn interest,
Yeah, well, what they do is once we receive their funds, it goes into a collective account. And once we receive their funds, we basically pay the basics like the rent, the gas, the lights. And then whatever they have left over, we ration that out a month, because if we give them all the money, they'll blow it. And then it's like they're calling me asking me, do I have more money? So yeah, to avoid that, we make sure that we give them a weekly allowance.
So you pretty much a watchdog for them, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you pretty much, so is there a need for that?
It's a big need because the mental health community, I mean, the things that we see is so heartbreaking. I have one young lady that I went beyond my scope of my business. I have guardianship of her now.
Okay.
Yeah, she was being assaulted daily by her aunt's boyfriend or husband, and I just could not allow this to continue. So she asked me, would I be her guardian? And I'm like, sure.
Oh, so you're the guardian. So it's like, with Social Security, they ask if you have a guardian, you want your check to be sent to the guardian, then you're the guardian pretty much.
Yes, the guardian has more control than the payee rep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said assaulted, like physically, sexually, both?
Yes, both.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking.
Wow. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Ward 1 has a lot of, so what would you do different than you have an incumbent and you have 4 other people in the race? Why should Ward 1 residents vote for you?
For starters, this is what I would like to say. I'm very patient. People always tell me I have the patience of Job. So I'm a very patient individual, and I'm very understanding. That's what we're lacking right now in our community. It's like we have a little cloud over our head in reference to Ward 1 because it's in an uproar right now, and I'm for sure you heard that.
We about to get into that in a minute. All right. We don't shy away from nothing here.
Yeah, and so I would say that what I would bring to the table, more compassion, more engagement and involvement. And what I want to stop the stigmatism that's happening where our constituents feel as though we never see you guys. You only come out during election time. So I want to be able to change the stigmatism on that.
So pretty much you're saying, I'm seeing your points here. You said creating and passing legislation, improving public safety, and advocating for residents. Now, when you say improving public safety, now there's been film as far as people that live in Ward 1 seeing that the bikers that came down and, pretty much riding down, up and down the Harvard area. How would you combat that if you were elected?
Yes, so definitely having a seat at the table to try to come up with a plan, because it takes a group of people. One head is better than one. Sit down at the table and try to work this out. I'm a very a doer. I want to be in the midst of everything. So if we can just hone in on the area that we're having these problems, we can maybe talk to some local business owners and kind of basically see where is this coming from. Let's have a sit down and talk, but definitely we need to make sure that we come to the table and come up with a solution.
So the thing of, how long have you lived in Ward 1?
Since 2011.
Okay, so pretty much over 10 years. All right, so where did you come from before?
I'm a tar blooder.
Oh, you from over this area? Glenville.
91st and St. Clair.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay. So what made you move over to Ward 1 Lee Harvard area? And shout out to you for putting that up, T-Rex. So what made you come over here?
Okay. When I was younger, we used to always, Lee Harvard was like the bomb. When I was residing on 91st, we used to come up the way, and it was a really nice neighborhood. You had a nice middle class, working class family. It was very inviting and clean, and so that was one of the reasons why I pushed for this area, as well as, of course, my mom lived in Shaker Heights, so I'm like 10 minutes away from her. So yeah, it was several factors as to why I moved to this area.
All right. So you have the incumbent, you have the state, you have a former state representative, and you have 2 African American men have ran before in this race. So Ward 1 is probably one of the it's the highest voting ward because I live there. I know that, and the thing about it is it's also this year highly contested. So what gives you the qualities to be the person to not only go pass the primary, which is next week, and go to the general and win the election outright over the other contestants for this seat?
Okay, there are several factors. I come with integrity. I come with honesty. And like I said, I'm for the people. I'm a member of 4 different block clubs. And when it's time to engage with our people, I'm making sure that your problem is my problem. We have a resident now that has an issue with water. And so I've been contacting the city, advocating for them to put a sewer. So what they did was they kind of did some patchwork that didn't work. So I'm still fighting for that issue. So I don't just make it about myself in only certain parts of the ward. Because as you know, Lee Harvard has been the heart of the community as far as this section of Ward 1 is always taken care of.
Right.
But you have the village, then you have also the island, and then you have Miles that is so disinvested, underserved, and no one's paying attention. So there's no equity in Ward 1, and that is what I want to bring back to Ward 1.
All right, so the reason why you're running is because you think that the current councilman, Joe Jones, is not invested time and energy in Ward 1?
I'll say off record, not as a candidate, but as a resident, because I live there and I have a right to say this. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes, you do have a right to say that. Definitely. And I respect you for identifying a need of change and being the person to advocate to make that change. Now, it's some things that I noticed just kind of checking out your platforms. Each candidate, even though they have to follow certain laws and go by a certain protocol, have their own style of handling things and matters that mean a little more to them than others. And it seems like you are really an advocate for creating opportunities for the youth. I am a single mother of 4 children, so that does interest me. I would like to ask you, what are some things in that area, because my kids actually is always in that area because their father lives over there.
Okay.
So I would like to know, what are some of the things that you would like to put together in that area for the youth?
Awesome. That's a great question. Have you checked my Facebook page? I'm like really big with the kids. Like,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can eat them.
How many
up.
you have?
Oh, children?
Yes.
I have 2. I have a 22-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Huh? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead. You know what? Go right ahead.
That's a big gap.
The age gap.
I know. Everybody's like, what were you thinking? But yeah, they look exactly alike and they love each other dearly. But yes, I'm really big when it comes to the youth. My babies are my babies. So what I have done in reference to answering your question, I just wanted to give a little bit of, I have recently taken 9 children to the Rock Hall of Fame. And what our purpose was, we wanted the children to experience riding on the train. Because these kids have, including myself, I haven't rode the bus, the train,
Right.
in like 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah, and so I caught the bus one time, and I'm thinking I'm going to get a transfer, pay $1.10. Oh no!
No, it's I can say. Survey said that is not the business. Thank you, T-Rex. It's like, oh yeah, the all day is $5.50. I ride the bus, so I already know what it is.
Yeah, so you get the all-day pass, right? Yeah. So I didn't know that. So it was interesting to take the kids that route. We rode Lolly the trolley, and they were very excited. Like, wow, we only see this on what is the TikTok.
Yeah.
And so they experienced that. So yes, what I want to bring to the community for the youth, I believe that there are a lot of nonprofit programs that we can bring back into Ward 1 and have some involvement with them. But I would ultimately like to see a big community center, build a big community center
Okay.
for the youth to have somewhere where they can have like activities and just be more engaging with the children as far as like I said, the different nonprofits, including myself, just bring some things back to the community and also bring back some of the industrial things we used to do in school, like workshop. Have you guys ever heard of home ec?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So bringing some of these things back into if they're not going to have it in the schools, let's bring it back to the
Like
community.
home ec, shop,
Yeah.
computer training.
Yes,
Oh,
Cosmetology, veterinary. I heard some school had like, a veterinary class or something.
It
Okay.
was Marshall, but
Marshall.
John Marshall High School, but that was back in the day. That's my alma mater. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
I'm
the
happy
thing,
you're touching base on that as well.
yeah.
I'm happy about that because it's a lot of negative influences and they're starting to overcrowd the positive influences. So we definitely need that in the community.
Absolutely. And we can use a big library as well. We have that little itty bitty tiny.
you talk about the library on Harvard.
Yeah.
Cleveland Public
We
Library.
need to rebuild a state of the art library like
Yeah.
Warrensville, Garfield. They have some amazing libraries.
So
Yeah.
So why can't we have one like
So
that?
you want to reconstruct that particular library to make it
Absolutely.
bigger. What about what is going on with now? There was a rec center, John F. Kennedy Rec Center next to John F. Kennedy, the old John F. Kennedy High School up on Harvard. Now I do remember that. But what are they doing with that? What are they doing with that land now?
Okay, so they're saying it's called the Southeast Side Promise.
And
The
what-
Southeast Side Promise, they're supposed to be bringing back some businesses into the community, because I know you heard of that he wants to build like a pine crest. And so they're it's something that's supposed to have been happening for many, many years, and it's still not happening. So that's the only thing that I know as of right now, that they're trying to find some what do you call it? Some builders to come in and be able to help create this Southeast Side Promise.
Okay, but you would bring the Southeast Side Promise, or would you just bring the community center to Ward 1 if elected?
I would love to bring the community center as well as a state-of-the-art library for starters. But you know what, for starters, we really need to clean up Ward 1. Ward 1, I don't know if you guys been over there recently, but aesthetically, it's not pleasing to the eye. So if we can start with our roads have tons of potholes. So we need to fix up repave our roads and just get Ward 1 back up aesthetically. I think if we do that, it'll turn things around.
What about small businesses, African American, and some businesses to bring more employment to Ward 1? I know we have the Lee Harvard Shopping Center with everything, but what about more businesses down the way of Ward, on Miles or South Miles over there? Because you had on Miles, you had the Family Dollar, you had O'Reilly's Auto Parts, you had other places. Now on the other side of Miles, pretty much it's a vacant lot, near that bus stop, on the Miles and Lee area side. So what would you do to bring more businesses over there, or just to that side anyway?
Yeah. Yep. I want to be able to control the number of smoke shops that come into Ward 1.
How many smoke shops are there now?
That I'm not for sure. But
See, you ain't got to do that.
and we also need to be able to control the how many liquor stores we have. Let's bring some healthy, positive businesses, like maybe a Robux or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we could focus on some things like that. Not having to go far for many things, many different like eatery places. I know we have the one eatery place. They just recently built that on Lee Harvard area, right across the street from the Lee Harvard Plaza.
Are you talking about the
Docks?
Docks, the restaurant.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they just recently built Docks. It's a sit-down eatery place. So we don't have that many sit down eatery places that surround our neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. And I do agree with you about the aesthetic. I mean, I think I went past Burger King the other day and the sign looked like it was going to fall down.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like it has so much potential aesthetically because it is a busy little unit over there.
Yes.
But, you know, if you're not in the mood, you know, you might not want to deal with it because of how it looks and what's going on in the area. Like, let's go to the Burger King up the street, you know?
Exactly.
So I agree with you as a consumer of that area. I haven't really eaten in that. Only thing I might still eat is Wingstop.
Yeah.
And that's if they're not busy or closed.
All right.
I'm just
Absolutely.
being honest. So I do agree with that.
Well,
Thank
the
you.
thing about it is like, what is your plan for Ward 1 as a whole? You said, first of all, clean up the streets.
Oh, yes.
Potholes are pretty much barren, especially if you live anywhere on the east side. The potholes are a problem. So you clean up Ward 1, bring bid. What else is next as far as, you know, public safety? Because that's a big concern.
Oh, yeah, public safety. And to me, public safety is not just about feeling safe in your neighborhood when it comes to crime, but we have a lot of abandoned houses and buildings. So we actually need to do something about that. If we're not going to fix them up, we need to go ahead and tear them down and rebuild. And I'm all for rebuilding, because if you rebuild, then you will bring the tax dollars back into the community. And of course, we all need the money to do what we have to do. So I think that will be a fantastic option. But definitely, for sure, the next thing that I would say is that aspect of public safety would be these abandoned buildings. Get on top of that.
Okay. And you're saying, now, I understand about the smoke shops, but don't they bring businesses what kind of traffic do you think that they bring to the table?
What kind of traffic?
Yes.
Ooh.
Go ahead and say it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a negative connotation type thing, because businesses serve their purposes for whatever audience that they need to serve their purpose for. So I wouldn't say any one particular business would bring any type of negative people or vibes. I wouldn't say that. But I would say that it just needs to be controlled, because we need to create our own narrative and not just have, like I said, the smoke shops, the liquor stores, the gas stations, the hair supply stores, because that is basically what you see on every corner in our neighborhood.
Yeah, you don't want us to keep looking like all we worried about is our lace and getting drunk and smoking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want it to look like we have something else on our mind other than the day-to-day, everyday narrative.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there was an activist, I think, Mr. Fahim, Antonio Tobert, who were picketing against the gas stations in Ward 1 up and down, and was not satisfied with the outcome of everything. He's he was charged for extortion. He was later found now guilty, but most of the gas stations were near that Ward 1 area. As far as the activists and advocates, what would you do to work with them in the precinct committee people that feel like that they don't have a voice now?
Okay. Repeat that question one more time.
What would
for
you
me.
do with the activists and advocates in Ward 1 that they feel like they don't have a place to say now, that they can't say anything now because of the current administration?
Okay. Change. We have to vote right. Change. Nothing's going to change if we keep doing the same thing that we're doing. Nothing's going to change if we keep the same people in the seats that they're in. We have to change, because if you keep going with the same person, you're going to get the same results. That's just what it is. And I'm advocating for change, because then I think people will be less afraid to have a voice. Right now, I don't believe that people want to be engaged and want to have a voice, because they feel as though the people such as candidates and public officials are letting them down. So that's why half of them do not want to get involved and engage because of that.
Okay. All right. So before we go on break, how can people volunteer or donate to your campaign? Because I love this sign right here. Very, very nice. I love this. And the thing about it is, how can people get involved with your campaign or donate to your campaign or volunteer for your campaign? Contact information.
Sure. I have a website. My Facebook page is, I have so many different names. It's
Go ahead.
Lesa dot. Hang on one second, because I just want to make sure that I'm giving out the correct
Go
information.
ahead. We got you.
Okay.
Drum roll, please.
So
Thank you.
on my TikTok is at Lesa, Lesa .Jones dollar. Then on my Facebook, I have my name, just Lesa Jones dollar, as well as my Instagram is Lesa Jones dollar. And then I have a website that is LesaDollar for Ward1.com.
All right. So before we go on break, shout out to your husband who contacted
sir.
me. It's always good to have a spouse support. How much support has he
Spousal
been giving you throughout this campaign? Because it's your first time running, correct?
Yes, this is my first time, and I'm not even going to lie. He is my rock.
Oh. He's sitting over there cool, calm, and collected like, we got this already.
Right.
But, you know.
We already won.
All right.
Yeah, he's very involved. When I say he is very involved, he pushes me. He's like, come on, we got to hurry up and do this. He's there right by my side every step of the way. I don't go anywhere alone. He's always there with me when I'm passing out flyers, door knocking, campaigning. He's there 100% of the way.
All right, that's what's up. See, black men do support black women.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I had to give the brother some props. You don't leave and like, you know, think about it. He ain't saying that. I'm giving you props, brother. That's what I'm doing over here. I'm going to give you some props. And she going to have to do that too, because, you know, how long have you been married?
Oh, 26 years? Am I right?
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's what's up. Black love in the building. I got to congratulate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, because people nowadays break up for an Instagram post or a TikTok.
Absolutely.
You like the picture, I'm leaving you.
You didn't buy me any flowers for Valentine's Day.
See, that's the man.
Ready to break up a whole marriage for Valentine's Day.
All right,
yeah,
for one day.
yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to get deep into the campaign. So she's putting a lot of pressure on other candidates. And speaking of pressure, that's what the song is right now on break. Ariel Lennox, Pressure. We'll be back on the Headline Eye on WNRV Nerve DJs. We get on your nerves. We'll be right back.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Don't be timid when you in it, apply that. Love upon it, live alone, leave it. I don't want no drip, baby, spread like it's really so fine and spicy, baby. Jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby. Come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a tough cookie, baby. Get the right side. Why you texting me? You know I won't reply. Why you ain't with me when I wasn't this fly? Now I'm on top and now I'm riding sky. Don't need nobody, but I'll take you down tonight. And now I'm okay with being nasty. Too fucking hot for all these girls anyway. My body dripping, boy, but you gon' have to pay. But when you get it, lick it like a candy cane. Keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, fly. Love upon it, live alone, leave it. Say I don't want no drip, baby, spread like you need it. So fine and spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby. Come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a tough cookie, baby. Get the right side. Pop it, baby. Twist it, honey. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming. Ooh, keep it running. Leave it messy. Go ahead and live in it. Swim up in it. Pop it, baby. Twist it, honey. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming. Ooh, keep it running. Leave it messy. Go ahead and live in it. Swim up in it. Keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, die. Love upon it, live alone, leave it. Say I don't want no drip, baby, spread like you need it. So fine and spicy, baby. this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a thug cookie, baby. Get the right spot. Yeah, yeah. Hit it, baby. Hit it, baby.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Looking for the perfect workspace? Office Lofts and Solon has you covered. Whether you need a private office, co-working membership, or a virtual business address, we've got flexible options to fit your needs. Check out our 2 spring promos. Enjoy free co-working Fridays and no deposit on private office rentals. We also offer month-to-month leasing for your ultimate flexibility. Visit office-lofts.com or call 216-230-9258 to lock in your space now. Office Lofts, where productivity meets flexibility.
See you soon.
Wagwan, this is Miss BBC, your reggae woman. Make sure you tune into the Headline Eye on WNRV 108.1.
What do you get when you take 2 witty nerds and 2 of the best pair of hands since Technique's 1200s? Or better yet, Grandma's fried chicken, macaroni and cheese and greens on Sunday after church. Hallelujah! Then for dessert, the dopest blend of classic R&B and hip-hop joints all whipped up in one big sexy mixing bowl. You know what you get? The partying bull is show. That's right. Heard 7 days a week. Make sure you check your station for days and times. It ain't what you used to, and it's better than what you thought. It's the most unprepared show on the planet. You never know what we gonna say or who's gonna stop by. It's the partying bull is show with Dave Tolliver, Tiffany Nicole, DJ Cochise, and DJ Deuce, aka the Final Four. Turn it up in the whip, turn it up loud on Saturday while you cleaning. We the best, and I ain't talking about DJ Khaled. We up and we on. Check your stations for days and times. Partying bull-ish, cause everybody loves a party, and bull-ish ain't always bad. I holla, yeah man.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Hey y'all, this is Catherine Danielle, and I'm checking in with Headline Eye on WNRV 108.1.
I know it's not too ghetto. I know it's not too ghetto. I said I know it's not too ghetto. You better check yourself, respect yourself. You better go for self because I flow for self.
I'll tell you why there's no love. Simply you're not cool enough for what we have between us. Don't you know you lost my trust? Yeah. Where you been? And I tell them we're just friends. Tell them we're just friends. So obvious that it's never gonna work for us. No. Play with my emotions. It's no devotion. And you get no love, gets no love from me. Can't even be my friend, and you get no love again. Whatever you do, it will come back to you from me. Tell you why we can't hook up. You get no love, 'cause I had about enough.
All right, we're back on the Headline Eye. That is Faith Evans, who gets no love. And I'm sure that the other candidates, if they're listening right now, are not feeling love because Lesa $10,000. All right, so we, WNRV108.1.com, her DJs, we get on your nerves. And I just love stirring the pot like gumbo. But so we heard a lot about, in the question, what do you think about the negative press going on against the current councilman in Ward 1? What is your opinion on that?
Well, once again, not speaking as a candidate, but I want to speak as a resident.
Okay.
because I believe that you run your race and you do what you have to do. But when it comes to my home, I'm very passionate about it. And I just really think that he needs to have a seat.
What
And do some self-reflecting.
Okay.
Because I know at times, because once again, I'm in the mental health industry, and when things are clouding your mind, or you have some things that's going on with yourself, you know, things are going to be left unattended. They're not going to be taken care of. And I just feel as though that I need to be in that seat so I can make sure that these changes are happening, but not happening under the guise of what he's going through, the incumbent is going through.
Okay. So the thing is that you have the incumbent Joe Jones, Mr. Bridges, Mr. Crosby, and Juanita Brent. Joe Jones, Juanita Brent, yourself, Bridges, and Crosby.
Yes.
So it's 5 candidates, and Ward 1 is a predominantly African American ward.
Yes.
85, and this is a low number, 85% of that ward is African American. Plus, 65% of that ward is senior citizens. What is your approach to getting that vote on your side leading to the primary, so you would be one of the 2 that remain standing going into the general election?
Well, let the truth be told, as I was door knocking and talking to different residents, they're not happy. They're not happy at all. From the contrary of, the votes are locked down through through the elderly population, they're very unhappy. So I'm having high hopes in reference to the general election that it's going to go another way.
Okay, because they know that, because at primary, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but once that primary is over with, only 2 of the highest vote getters go on to the general. So,
absolutely.
So you are confident you're going to be the one of the 2 that go into the general.
I'm confident.
That's good to be confident.
That is very good to be confident.
We like confident.
You're gonna need that confidence for real, because you're dealing with because like I said, you know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with 2. You're a resident of Ward 1, so the other 2 gentlemen. Plus, you're dealing with the incumbent, who's the councilman now, plus a person who was the former state representative, and another African American woman. So, is there a strategic move to say, listen, if it's not me, if it's one of you get in, you're going to support that person? Or is it just, if I don't make it, I'm gonna stay out of it?
No, I think I'll be more supportive. Like I said, we need change. And I think with all 5 candidates that are running, that was one of the things that we all were saying, that we want change. No matter when it comes down to the primary, we want change.
Yes.
You're all going to come aboard. We want change.
Okay, so that's pretty much about. So the thing about it is, you're trying to get change. That's the main thing. And you're saying that Ward 1, you're saying it needs to be cleaned up. So what's the first thing you would do if you won the general, as far as cleaning up Ward 1?
Oh, we're going to get these streets together. Yeah, because they're labeled A through F. They're graded A through F. And so, we're going to look into getting these streets repaired. There are streets, my street has not been repaired in over 30 years.
Really?
Yes. And the incumbent is fixing up Judson, which I heard Judson had been repaired within the past 10 years, twice.
Right.
And so it's like, once again, what we need in Ward 1 is equity really bad, because there are parts of Ward 1 that is not being touched. We're overlooked, and it's just Harvard, Harvard, Harvard. And it's not to say that Harbor wouldn't be taken care of, but we need to spread the love, spread the wealth, spread the investment. We need to spread that.
Okay. Babe Boss, do you have any questions for this young lady right here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go right ahead.
So, I do favor, to some degree, situations involved in at least attempting to retain violence, right? Of course, you know, nobody's a robot. You can't pull out your belt and whoop anybody, of course. But
They shoot you.
right. How can we create a more positive environment, or at least scare or put the fear with some type of surveillance? Like, you know, like what can be implemented to kind of lower that to where people don't think I could just do whatever and spin the block and nothing's going to happen, you know?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
So what do you think should be implemented? Maybe more cameras, more police force, different laws? What do you think should happen to prevent someone from having dinner and then, ooh, a bullet is in my window, you know?
Absolutely.
Like it happened before.
Yes, yes. And that's what I was going to say. Our cameras are not working. Like, we need cameras that are going to work. And if we have cameras that are going to work, that is a deterrent for people coming into the neighborhood, because I'm quite sure if a lot of you get caught, the word is going to be spread like, oh, don't go in that area because they have cameras and they actually work. Also, we need to bring back the old school auxiliary police. Do you remember the auxiliary police, Larry?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm old. I don't care. But yes, I remember the auxiliary police.
Absolutely. I would love to become one myself, actually. And I'm looking into that now. But yeah, we need to get out there, do that old school policing. Like, honestly, like I said, I'll get out there when we're having those, the congested part of the Lee Harbor, and I'm quite sure everybody knows what that is. We need to just get out there and handle our business. I'll get a bullhorn and disperse these folks, but ultimately, we definitely need to bring back the auxiliary police, because that's just basically, you know, residents being vigilantes. So we're taking our community back. But once again, we still need to come to the table and work with everyone and come up with a solution. I believe in working with 4th District. I believe in working with the block clubs. I believe in working with our service centers and CDC. So I'm very big on that and getting them involved.
So the thing is that, you know, you have the CDCs and you know about the community block grant dollars, of course. What would you use those for if you were elected?
I would use those for, like, I know they say that we always help our seniors, but our seniors are always in need of help. You can use that for, say for instance, they just need their grass cuts, their more home improvement, and also if there is like housing in the neighborhood, I would love to see us fix up more of these homes, and even have like a program, some type of program where we can do lease to own.
Okay. So how would you get other young people my age or younger involved in the process? Because let's just be honest, voting in the city of Cleveland has been, especially in primaries, 30% or lower. Out of in Ward 1, even though it's the highest voting ward in the east side of Cleveland, it could be better. So how do you get, you know, the people to be on your side as far as younger people? What would you tell them?
Sure. I actually have a group of people that we come together and discuss having like a voters forum, because I think that there is a disconnect when it comes to I don't even want to say politics, but voting and youth. And I really strongly feel that when we use these big words, it gets intimidating. We lose them. So I want to create a space where we are on their level when we're speaking to them about voting.
Okay.
So I think we need to get them more involved, more active, and this is something that I'm going to bring to the table for our young people and our young voters because they want to be involved. But once again, you got to think about this too. They always say, you guys always say you're going to do this, but never do it. So they're feeling let down by their council people.
So pretty much, and there's a lot of factors, money you get from the city of Cleveland, cash flow and everything else, businesses that want to, prop up in a war, even though that should not be a problem. What is the biggest issue with bringing like a big, because you got T-Mobile in there. What about AT&T or Verizon or other big companies in there? What is the biggest obstacle you think that stopping them from coming into Ward 1?
It's dirty. No, that's part of it. It is, yeah. Like I said, it's Bay. I'm sorry. Is her?
Yeah.
Okay, so she said it perfectly. I want to eat at this Wendy's.
Right.
But look at it. Oh my gosh. I would rather go to the Wendy's down the street because it's more aesthetically pleasing. And so when you look for a house, you don't want to buy a house where it looks like that it's run down and it's not being taken care of. The street is like in disarray. You don't want to purchase a home with a street that looks like that. So I think with businesses, they probably have that same like mine if we want to bring more businesses in. So I cannot stress enough, and I know I probably sound redundant, but once we fix up our area aesthetically, I think that it will be pleasing to the eye, and not only would businesses want to move in, but more residents.
Right. And you wouldn't lose residents to Warrensville, Bedford, or Maple, the surrounding suburbs around Ward 1, correct? Okay. All right, so the thing is that, there's been a lot of negative press with city council between the current council person and city council. How would you work with city council if you were elected? How would you work with them and the mayor's office by getting things done in your ward?
We're definitely being a team player. Everybody wants a team player on their team. I'm not for the whole politicking type thing. That's not me, because I'm really for the people. And I would be myself and fight for whatever I need to fight for, present whatever issue it is that I need to present, and hopefully they'll pass it. But just being a team player goes a long way.
How important is federal politics playing into city politics right now? What do you think the parallel is? Go ahead.
Oh. They say that people, even in a workplace, you're only as great as some of the workers are only as great as their leader. And it's trickling down. Some of the negativity that is coming from the top level is trickling down on our people. And I believe that's why it's so many bumping of the heads, and we can't seem to come to the meeting of the minds because we lack great leadership. But I feel like that we still can change the narrative, change our own narrative, and try to find, like with the dollars. They say the funding is going to get cut,
right?
Especially in 2027.
Right.
So when it happens, what we need to make sure we're applying for grants. We need to make sure that we're working with co-ops. We need to make sure that we're finding dollars for our ward or our city, so our people won't suffer and get lost in the sauce.
Right. Miss BB, you have any questions for this young lady as far as that? What she just stated?
I do agree with you. I do agree that the authorities above the city level definitely do influence a lot of things. But I do also believe that even in the midst of it, we can pull it together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. And what I would like to ask you is, moving forward in this election.
Yes.
I know you say that you are confident, but I would like to know, on your day-to-day activities and with you strategizing with your team, is there ever a moment where you have doubted yourself or doubted your process? And if so, may I ask why?
Yeah, I have. I think we all have ups and downs. Nobody's perfect. I could say that. I have feelings too, although people do not think that we do.
All right. Well, welcome to the world of campaigning 101. They will run over your foot to get that vote.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I've seen people turn Colts, and I'm like, who is this person? Oh my God. Yeah, it's not a tough. It's a tough industry to be in, but you really have to have tough, thick skin. And some days when we talk about doubting ourselves, we talk about, did I handle this situation right? Because like I said, I'm the president of the Miles Heights in the Village Block Club. And I'm members of 4 different other block clubs.
Okay.
And trust me, I get my head chewed off because it's something that you just have disruptors, period.
Okay.
People are just going to come in unhappy. This is who they are, and we have to conform to that. But we have to strategize on how to deal with that.
What is the first thing that you learned? So this is your first time running for office, correct?
Yes.
So what is the first thing that you have learned on this campaign trail, or or the most important thing that you learned on this campaign trail?
Be careful what comes out of your mouth. Be careful what you say.
So pretty much that be careful what you say.
Yeah, because you know why? When you're running a race, you really have to focus on yourself. I know we want to talk about what's happening and what's going on now, but at the same token, it's so much work that needs to be done that we really don't have time to focus on other people, other candidates. So I just really want to run my race because I have so many things that I have to do and prep daily. I still have a school ager. So
Right.
I'm having to still be a wife, a mom, but I am as well a community leader and a community active, and forever will be regardless of the outcome.
Okay. So pretty much you're trying to balance everything out during the course of time. And does it hurt when when you hear negative stuff, especially I know your husband is like, he's your protector, and he's like, I think when you hear negative stuff coming from other places, how do you take it? What do you guys do to decompress?
I am a type of person, I feel like I'm people's punching bag, but I know how to deal with it. When I'm talking to people, I look into your eyes because your eyes are at the heart of the soul, right?
Yes.
And so when I'm looking at you, I think it's a deeper, bigger picture. If you're just going off on a tangent or whatever, I'm not going to match your energy. I never match energy. I don't believe in matching energy. It doesn't work out well because you don't know what people is going through.
No, you're right.
So when I'm facing tough obstacles like that and it's not pleasing to my soul, it's okay. I go home, I pray, and I regroup. But I'm definitely not going to be combative. I might turn silent.
Okay.
But I will not be combative.
All right. So, any advice for anybody that wants to run for anything at this time, especially a first-time person like yourself?
Yes. This is my advice. Start early. Start early. If you already have the seed planted in your head that this is what you want to do, yes, you have to start getting your literature ready, be very confident that you are going to get these petitions signed. But yes, start early, start fundraising early is very important.
Exactly. So the thing about it is, like last time, I'm seeing here your Facebook, how can people, I just want you to say it live again, how can people donate to your campaign? Because also you said fundraising because cash flow is important.
Yeah. I have a donate button that's located on my website, and that's LesaDollarForWard1.com.
Okay. And then if they want to volunteer, then you have T-shirts or no?
Yes, I do have T-shirts. They're for purchase for $15.
Okay. BB, do you have anything to say to her? About any questions before we get out there?
No questions, but I am proud of you, and I'm happy that you are setting forth with your plans, to eventually, hopefully, obtain the position as the city ward council for Ward 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And if you would like to volunteer, you can also fill out the inquiry form that's on the website as well.
Okay. You have one of them little buttons that you can scan on your literature, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I wonder how people do those, but that's just a wonderment of the world. So anything you have to say before we leave as far as, to the residents of Ward 1, Lee Harbor area, and to anybody that feels, what they're feeling at this particular time. You have anything to say?
Yes, absolutely, I do. And I know that when trying to vet a candidate, I know everybody relies on the door knocking or the passing out of literature, but I want to tell constituents that you can always, if you don't know about a candidate, because I hear that often too, that, oh, I don't know who this candidate is, I don't know what they stand for. Well, you could basically go to Facebook, go to Google, go to Ballotpedia, and I tell people I'm an open book. I even have my phone number, I believe, on the website. So you can get in touch with me if you have any questions, concerns, or issues, because although I'm running for candidacy, I'm still out here fighting every day. So you can get in touch with me, but ultimately I just wanted to let Ward 1 know that I will be a great council person for you. I have the patience, I have the love, and I have the heart for my people.
So if you get past the primary, which is Bloodsport 9225, and then get to the general, and you win, what does the first 30 days of your administration look like?
If I win the general election?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm going to say my first 30 days is, once again, I'm creating a board. I'm going to have a board created, and we're going to sit down and do some work. We're going to do some serious work as to what does Ward 1 look like and mean to you. So we're going to do it together. I don't want to exclusively just not include my people, because this is about the people, right?
Right.
So I want to be able to have people sit at the table with me, and you tell me, what does Ward 1 look like to you? So that's the very first thing that I would like to do, is get some of my constituents together and have a seat. Because what I want is what I want. Now, what do we want as a whole?
Okay.
So I'm going to be putting the work in to make some of those things happen. But like I said, I am working on the aesthetics of this area.
All right. So again, and the donation button is on your website. What is your website again? What's the name of it?
It's Lesa Dollar for Ward1.com. Lesa Jones Dollar for Ward1.com.
Okay. And everything is on there. So it's like the Facebook, the IG, the TikTok, donation button, the donation button. Didn't I say the donation button? Yeah, all right. Just repeating the saying, like the donation button, because, that's the main thing. So, and I hate to ask you this question before we go, but I'm going to have to ask you it anyway. If you do not make it past the general or past the primary, will you support the person that wins the general election in November?
Absolutely. I sure will, regardless of who it is. I like I said, I'm a team player. I'm not a sore loser, because there's still work that needs to be done in Ward 1.
So pretty much, even if it's the incumbent, you still will support. There's no love laws. There's no, hey, I live in this neighborhood as a resident, so I'm going to support, correct?
Absolutely. You still have to work with the powers that be. You cannot, I still need things done. I still need to be able to come to your office and hold a conversation with you. So will there be, it's not personal. This is not personal at all.
That's a well-rounded well-rounded answer. I don't think the orange one would have said that at all. I took a shot at him. I don't care. But thank you very much for coming on here. You and your husband for coming on here the day after Labor Day. You know, everybody filled up with barbecue and ribs and chicken and stuff. I need a plate. Nobody gave me one. Like they think I'm like, but it's cool. I'll remember it. It's in my memory bank. But it is what it is. But I thank you, Lesa, for coming on, and good luck and Godspeed in your race in War One. And I bless you for pretty much taking time to run, because most people won't do it. So I thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me as well.
No problem. If nobody tells that they love you today, I do. I'm going to bring up an oldie but goodie at the end of the show. This is the group Janae. It's request line on this evening a little bit after 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining me and Miss BB, as I call her, Bay Boss.
Bay Boss.
And it, like I said in the Human T-Rex, if nobody loves you today, I do. Peace, love, and hair grease. Black fist up. We out of here until next week.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Did I ever tell you how you make me feel? Every night you're under control. So come on, Daddy, won't you take it away? I know I call your line every day. I'm dialing 555-0429 so that I can hear you say, hey, hey, baby boo. Just tell me what I can play for you. Hey, you're right on time. You just got through the request line. Baby, every single day I call you. Baby, every single night. All right now, all right. Mr. DJ, I know that you will remember this voice calling you. It's been a while, so how you been up? So turn it up as I shake it on down. And catch the final as it's spinning around. Yeah, give me 555-0429. That's the number that we're dialing tonight. Hey, hey, baby boo. Just tell me what I can play for you. Hey, you're right on time. You just got through the request line. Baby, gotta keep it high, baby. Keep it high, baby. Keep it high, baby. Hey, baby boo. Just tell me what I can play for you. Hey, you're right on time. You just got through the request line. Hey, baby boo. Just tell me what I can play for you. I'm calling. You're right on time. Put me through. You just got through the request line. I'm calling. Hey, baby boo. 555-0429. I'm calling on your line. I'm calling. You're right on time. 555-0429. Request line.
This is WNRV 108.1.